Welcome to Trending Now USA. I'm Bella, and tonight, we are diving into the electric, unstoppable, and absolutely unforgettable moment that has set the tennis world ablaze. Aryna Sabalenka, the Belarusian powerhouse who has already claimed her place among the sport's elite, has once again shocked fans across the globe with a breathtaking performance in Riyadh. But this time, it's not just about the tennis. It's about attitude. It's about presence. It's about a transformation so fierce that fans can't stop comparing her to none other than Serena Williams. The WTA Finals in Riyadh are always an explosion of talent, glamour, and high-stakes drama, but this year, Sabalenka stole the entire spotlight. Walking onto the court in a bold, black and gold ensemble that screamed confidence and dominance, Aryna's entrance alone sent shockwaves through social media. The cameras flashed, the crowd roared, and even commentators couldn't help but point out the resemblance to Serena's commanding energy, that unshakable aura that defined an entire era of women's tennis. From the very first serve, Sabalenka was on fire. Her shots were missiles. Her footwork, ruthless. Her roar after every point, pure electricity. She played with an intensity that reminded everyone of the queen who redefined the game, Serena Williams. Fans online immediately flooded X, Instagram, and TikTok, calling her the new Serena, the heir to the throne, and even Serena 2.0. And to be honest, watching her in that moment, you could feel it. That mix of elegance, strength, and sheer passion that only true legends radiate. But here's what makes this story so incredible. Sabalenka didn't just show up to play tennis. She came to make a statement, to remind the world that women's tennis isn't just about competition, it's about evolution, power, identity. And Aryna Sabalenka has stepped into a space once occupied by the greats, carrying that same energy, but making it her own. Her journey to this point has been nothing short of cinematic. We've seen her highs and lows, from her emotional speeches after tough defeats to her triumphant wins that brought fans to tears. But in Riyadh, it was as if she channeled every moment of her career into one performance, polished, fearless, unapologetically fierce. She didn't just win a match. She claimed a moment in history. And what a moment it was. The crowd in Riyadh was electric. From the very first rally, every point felt like a declaration. Sabalenka was not just playing, she was performing. Every swing carried conviction. Every glance toward the crowd carried confidence. And when she clenched her fist and let out that guttural scream after winning a pivotal game, it was impossible not to think of Serena. That primal, passionate display of strength that says, I am here. I am in control. I am unstoppable. Let's talk about the outfit, because it's impossible to ignore. Dressed in a sleek, athletic ensemble with bold accents that shimmered under the arena lights, Sabalenka looked every inch the modern warrior. Fans compared it instantly to Serena's iconic Nike catsuits and bold fashion statements at the US Open. It's no secret that Sabalenka has always admired Serena, but in Riyadh, she didn't imitate her. She embodied her spirit. She took that legacy of boldness and turned it into her own signature. Online reactions exploded within minutes. Clips of her entrance and victory spread like wildfire. She's got Serena's soul, one fan tweeted. Aryna is the moment, wrote another. Influencers, celebrities, and even former tennis legends chimed in, praising her commanding energy and undeniable charisma. The hashtags #SabalenkaPower and #SerenaEnergy were trending worldwide within hours. But beyond the social media buzz, what's truly captivating is how Sabalenka's confidence seems to have evolved into something deeper. She's not just an athlete anymore, she's a symbol of empowerment. A representation of the next generation of women who play unapologetically, speak boldly, and dress fearlessly. Serena may have passed the torch, but Sabalenka is carrying it with her own unique flame. In her post-match interview, Aryna was glowing, both from victory and emotion. I've learned from the best, she said with a smile. I've watched women like Serena change the game, and I want to keep that energy alive. The crowd erupted in applause, and even her opponents nodded with respect. There was no arrogance in her words, just pure gratitude and passion. But the comparison to Serena isn't just about power or style. It's about presence. Serena Williams was more than an athlete. She was an era. And now, fans believe Aryna Sabalenka might just be shaping the next one. She has that magnetic force, that ability to make every match feel like a main event, every rally feel like destiny. Her dominance in Riyadh has already become a highlight reel moment for 2025. Analysts are calling it her Serena moment, a turning point where she fully steps into her prime. The win wasn't just about ranking points, it was about identity. It was about telling the world, this is who I am now. But let's rewind for a moment, because this didn't happen overnight. Aryna Sabalenka has always been known for her aggressive baseline play, her thunderous serves, and her fierce emotional displays. Yet, for years, she struggled to balance that power with control. There were times she broke down mid-match, times when emotion overtook precision. Fans saw glimpses of greatness, but also moments of vulnerability. That's what made her journey so human and so compelling. Now, it's as if everything has clicked. Her mind, her movement, her purpose, all aligned. Her game has matured, and her presence has transformed. And Riyadh became the perfect stage for that evolution to shine. What makes the Serena comparison even more fascinating is the deeper parallel between their stories. Both women rose through fierce competition, both faced criticism for their power and emotion, and both redefined what femininity and strength could look like in tennis. Serena paved the way for players like Sabalenka to express themselves freely, and Aryna is seizing that freedom with pride. As one commentator perfectly said during the match, this isn't just tennis. This is legacy building. Aryna Sabalenka's Riyadh performance was also a reminder that women's tennis is entering a golden age, where athleticism meets artistry, where power meets presence. Alongside stars like Coco Gauff, Iga Swiatek, and Elena Rybakina, Sabalenka is part of a generation rewriting the narrative that you can be fierce and feminine, powerful and graceful, emotional and unstoppable. Off the court, Sabalenka has become a cultural icon in her own right. Her Instagram feed tells a story of discipline, humor, and humanity. Her interactions with fans are warm, her fashion choices daring, and her love for the sport unmistakable. That's what resonates. She's relatable, but also extraordinary. In Riyadh, fans from around the world, from Europe to Asia to the Middle East, gathered to witness this moment, and the energy was transcendent. Young girls held up signs that read Queen Aryna and Channeling Serena, while the crowd chanted her name between serves. It wasn't just a tennis match, it felt like a celebration of women in sport. As the final point sealed her victory, Sabalenka dropped to her knees, eyes closed, hands clenched, soaking in the sound of thousands of cheering fans. In that moment, she wasn't just a player. She was an icon in the making. And when she stood up, raised her racket, and smiled through tears, you could feel it, a shift in the air. The moment Serena, once owned, had found a new heir. Not a replacement, but a continuation. A tribute to everything that came before, and a promise of everything yet to come. Later that night, Aryna posted a photo on Instagram, her in that gold-trimmed outfit, holding her trophy high, captioned simply, "Energy." Within minutes, Serena Williams herself liked the post. Fans went wild. The comments section exploded with heart emojis, fire emojis, and the phrase, "Serena passed the torch." That single like, that quiet nod from the Queen herself felt symbolic. A bridge between generations. A silent acknowledgement that Sabalenka isn't just following in Serena's footsteps. She's walking her own path, inspired by greatness, but destined for her own legacy. The global reaction has been overwhelming. ESPN called it the moment of the tournament. Vogue highlighted her outfit as a fusion of athletic power and feminine artistry. Even sports legends outside tennis, from basketball stars to Olympic icons, praised her spirit. But perhaps the most meaningful reaction came from the fans, especially young girls who saw in Aryna what Serena once gave them: permission to be powerful, to take up space, to shine unapologetically. And that's what makes this story so much more than a headline. It's a reminder that greatness isn't just measured by trophies or titles, it's measured by impact. By the way one athlete can inspire millions to believe in their own strength. Aryna Sabalenka's rise in Riyadh wasn't just a victory. It was a cultural moment, a declaration that women's tennis is stronger, louder, and more inspiring than ever. As we look toward the next matches and the rest of the WTA Finals, one thing is clear. Aryna Sabalenka has arrived, not just as a champion, but as a force. Her game is sharper, her energy magnetic, her confidence unshakable. She is redefining what it means to dominate, with grace, fire, and an energy that refuses to be ignored. And as fans continue to draw those Serena parallels, Aryna herself remains humble yet fierce, honoring the past while blazing her own trail. Because legends don't repeat history, they evolve it. From the courts of Riyadh to screens across the globe, this moment will be remembered as the night Aryna Sabalenka didn't just play tennis, she became tennis. This is Bella, and you're watching Trending Now USA, where we bring you the stories that move the world, one headline at a time. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and never forget, greatness leaves echoes, and tonight, those echoes are pure Sabalenka power.